Hey everybody, Daryl and Holly with Exquisite Exotics in the matching red today, apparently. Not planned,
it's for Super Bowl Sunday.
Hers is for Super Bowl, mine's for Dungeons and Dragons, apparently. And Canada. Canadian maple syrup. Anyway, starting out the video with a strong one. Anyway, today's video is going to be an update on our 2020-2021 breeding season. So we'll start with what's new. We will go through what's locked and what hasn't and kind of just give you a quick update. All right. So, new, and I'm going to have Holly here checking me.
I don't even put my eyeballs on.
Put your eyeballs on. Your eyeballs are already on. Glasses. She means glasses. Anyway.
They got it.
New. So, we are banana pied male. We added another female pied into the breeding for this year that got up to size. So he's now going to a female pied as well. That wasn't originally on our list. And they've already locked. So that's a good start. We have also added our cinnamon het clown female in for breeding this year because she got up to size. And she's going to a male that we hadn't mentioned in our previous video as well, which is our lesser banana het clown. So we're hoping to produce visual clowns. Surprisingly, all our recessive stuff, for some reason our clown projects have kind of ran behind a little bit. So this would be our first year producing recessive clown or visual clowns, possibly, which is surprising given all the recessive in our collection. And actually there's a fair amount of clown, or at least clown het clown stuff in here too. So that's added, and they've also locked for the first time already, so that's a good sign there. We also added in our, our pastel leopard clown female in to the breeding this year. She got up to size. She's going to that same lesser banana het clown, so hoping for some pastel lesser leopard banana clowns. That'd be really cool. And then and they've locked already to start the year. And then we also, the same Pastave girl that we bred last year, she got back up to size. She's actually bigger than she was the previous year, which is kind of our indicator. We don't rebreed a female unless she's bigger than she was at the same time in the previous year.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So when we get up to size, for when we get a female up to size that we feel is ready to breed for the first time, a virgin girl, we then record that weight. And after she has laid us a clutch, we then revert back to looking, and once she has gained a little bit of weight, started eating again, everything, we look back at that weight and make sure she has at least reached that size or bigger to even start breeding again, because we feel comfortable that, hey, she produced us a healthy clutch and we're ready to try her again if she's willing. Yep. So
another way to describe that.
Just in case. Terrible?
No, I don't. Okay. Just in case it wasn't clear from either of us. Like Holly said, once they're up to size, we breed them. We actually do weighing our snakes about once a month, give or take. Once a month and a half, about. So what we'll do is we'll look at, once she lays a clutch, say we get around to January again of the next year, we'll look at her weight of the previous January and see if she's at least as big as she was that previous year. So not necessarily just up to the weight she was when we started breeding, but heavier than she was at that same time in the previous year.
I mean, because that's when we would have started breeding. So it's kind of like a 6 one way, half dozen another. But I mean, yes, it's more or less. Is it still the same at that time or later? I don't think we try to do it sooner. Even if she got up to weight, let's just say, like you mentioned, January. If she got up to weight in November, we wouldn't just start breeding her in November. We would probably wait.
If her weight was higher than the previous November, we would.
Really, we would wait, or we wouldn't wait.
Yeah, we would.
Well, we haven't had that where it's sooner.
It hasn't.
So I guess sooner, it really is more of a discussion. But if you're willing to,
it's a year-to-year thing. So if we start our breeding season in October, and by October she's back up to the same weight she was the previous October, after having a clutch, we would start breeding her again. But if she's not, we won't until she gets a year-over-year weight gain. Year-over-year weight gain? That seems right. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully that's clear. As confusing as it is to apparently the two of us, I think we cleared that up.
It's not that complicated.
Anyway, so that pastel leopard clown female that I was mentioning to the lesser banana het clown, they locked. I think I said that, but just in case to catch back up. I was on the Pastave. The Pastave girl laid for us last year. That's where we were. She got added back in because she got back up to size. She's going to our Soul Sucker Desert Ghost, which is a world's first snake. So they've locked as well already. So locking has been good. For all the new stuff that we've added, locking has went well. Now, for the stuff we talked about before, that was in our previous video, our lesser female to our Mojave Mystic male, they're locking already. Our Ultra Male female to Ultra Male male that produced the cryptic stuff before, this we believe is cryptic, they're locking. Our
Because we really would like to know what's going on.
Yep. Our albino female to our Tolfino male is locking. Our Tolfino female, which is new breeding this year for us, is locking to that same Tolfino male. Our lesser pastel pinstripe has been locking to our banana pied. Let's see, those are new. Our banana girl has been locking with our pastel pinstripe yellow belly desert ghost het pied male. Our visual Enchi clown female has been locking with that same pastel pinstripe yellow belly desert ghost het pied male.
Visual Enchi and Ghost, you mean?
Enchi clown.
Enchi clown. Sorry, I was like, you just said Enchi. I'm like, we don't have just an Enchi.
Enchi visual clown.
Took me a second.
Enchi clown. Sorry.
No, you're good.
As is the same issue we had last year, our Ultra Male Ghost female is not breeding with our Ultra Male Double Het Ghost Pied male. That pairing is not
I think they're
going
both
so well.
stubborn.
Oh yeah, both of them. Neither one of them. Anyway, we'll skip over that frustration.
That's a rough topic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our Super Pastel Banana Mojave Hidden Gene Woma Het Ultra Male male has yet to lock
Say
yet.
that 5 times fast.
No. Has yet to lock yet with our Ultra Male female. So, not sure if that pairing will go this year. They are both virgin animals, so if they don't, it wouldn't surprise me. Our Super Pastel Desert Ghost has been locking to our Soul Sucker Desert Ghost. So that's a good sign. Maybe our world's first this year out of that pairing. Hopefully. Our big-ish Ultra Male girl has been locking to our Triple Het Ultra Male Ghost Pied male. So we're trying to prove out our Ultra Male Ghost girl. We were sold as Ultra Male Ghost, but we want to prove her out to be 100% sure. So she has produced babies for us before from a pied male. So we're trying to prove out her ghost line and her Ultra Male to make sure it truly is Ultra Male because she looks slightly caramel. So we just want to prove her out before we sell any of her offspring. So anyway, that's a good sign. Hopefully prove that out. Unfortunately, we are breeding that same male to our ghost Cinnamon, sold as Enchi, but I don't think she's Enchi female. And they aren't locking, so we might not be able to prove out that ghost line this year. We'll see about that. That's a maybe. The Pinstripe Het Ultra Male female is breeding to our visual Pinstripe Ultra Male male, so that's a good one. And then our Straight Desert Ghost visual female is also breeding to that same Pinstripe Ultra Male male. He is also 50% het cryptic, assuming that is cryptic in our collection that we think it is. So, again, that's kind of our note is what we think it is, but we still haven't proved that out yet either. And I think that covers... one last one. Our biggest pied girl, our oldest girl, the one that's been breeding for us the longest, she's also been locking with that same pastel pinstripe yellow belly desert ghost het pied male. So shooting for more visual pieds, 100% het desert ghost with pastel pinstripe and yellow belly. And that's where we're at for the season. It's going well. It's going real well. Listen, we've got a...
Locks-wise, I think we're going really well. I'm very happy. I think that a lot of that, personally, is we've been getting a lot of snow. We've been getting a lot of rain. And so I think that helps to a degree because every time we breed... we can go in the ins and outs a little bit. We breed on a weekly rotation, or a 4-week rotation, actually. There's a 4-week setup in how we interchange the males and females. And, of course, Daryl's very tech with that. Very organized, I should say, with that. Anyway, so we breed on Mondays, and then we switch them out Wednesday nights. And then we remove them. I say Fridays because it's when we should, but we give them till Saturday morning, and we remove them just to get that full time in there. Anyway, a lot of the times that we've been getting have been snow in the beginning of the week. So Sundays and Mondays, we've been getting a lot of snow and rain. So I think that when we first put these guys in, and get going within 24 hours we have locks, and so that's what we're kind of hoping that all these locks are going to lead to something.
Yeah.
So locks have been great.
But still,
no ovulations.
Still no ovulations.
But that's okay, and this has been going on since October. right? When did we do it? October?
We start mid-October is when we start
Mid-October.
our breeding season.
So, hopefully.
So quick count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 16 females that are locking right now. So that's pretty good. No complaints there out of what we're breeding. And only 1, 2, 3 females that haven't locked. So out of 19 females, 16 are locking. I have no complaints with that.
Yeah,
That's
and if we
pretty
get
good.
at least half of them, we're going to get, I mean, it'll be one less.
We're going to get more than half.
Well, I
would
mean,
think.
if we got, being, just kind of conservative, if we get at least half, that'll be the number of actual clutches we got last year. I mean, we got 9 clutches, but the one it was our first time. It was the full dud.
Yeah, I think we'll get more clutches this year than we did last year. We have more females breeding. We have more females locking. I think last year we hit a total of 12 locking, and that's it. I think I went with 9 clutches out of 12 locking females.
And a couple of them were good surprises, and I don't mean surprises that we weren't like expecting at all, because clearly they were locking and stuff. But I think because it just took a while that we were like, oh look, they actually went. So maybe we'll have a couple of those where we get some really early ones, and then we'll get some later on surprises of, well, you actually went this year.
Yeah. There are some that are building follicles, so it's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Yeah.
We don't have an ultrasound, so it's all hand palpitation, but hopefully it'll turn out to be our biggest season so far. I'm hoping, and
think so.
Season's not over yet. Last year we were still in like March and April, and added 1 or 2 more females in that got up to size late in the season, and just gave them a try, and ended up getting I think 1 or 2 clutches extra out of it. So we have a few more females that could get up to size still in time for this breeding season. I'd say probably early March, mid-March. If they're not up to size by then, we probably won't try this year. We'll give them until October to start again, but we might get a couple more in here this year. So
I guess that's just like a tip if you're going to be doing that. Don't only go with like, hey, I'm breeding in October, so October's the cutoff and that's it. Keep monitoring your animals' size, which you probably should anyway, but keep monitoring their size and their food intake. And if they're really good at eating, we have a couple that are garbage disposals here that they're ready for food day.
yeah, and we had a couple surprises
yeah.
this year already. The ones that got up to size quicker than we thought they would. Like we typically, when we start our breeding in October, we go ahead and make a list of all of our animals that are ready to breed, and then ones that we think could get up to breeding that year.
And we monitor them a little bit more closely.
Yeah, and we had a couple that weren't even on our list that got up to size that we were like, holy cow, they've been eating great, got up to size, they're old enough, so why not? Like
Exactly.
And I think it's interesting that some of the ones that we didn't put on there were small, but they're like 3.5 years old, and then all of a sudden just started
I
pounding
think they
food
hit
and putting
that
on the weight.
1,000 gram wall a couple of times, and then they just sit there for a while. And, they still eat well, but they're just not growing for that. And next thing you know,
They just
bam,
start
they're ready.
pounding food, putting on weight, and then they're ready to go surprisingly fast. So, yeah. And some of those are the ones that are locking now, so it's really good. So I think overall, I'd say our season has started really well. It's slow, as always. We seem to have a late season, so again, no ovulations yet. But locks are going well, which is typically where we're at around this time, is just a whole bunch of locks going on. So I think we're going good.
I think so. And I think we've made a really long video again, so.
Probably. We'll give you more
I'm sorry.
updates as the season goes along, of course. Well, we do all our clutch videos and everything, so as the season goes along, you'll get more. But
Yeah, we're really hoping for an exciting year. I know we already talked about 2020 year in review. Hopefully 2021 will be bringing you a lot more exciting stuff, not just with the clutches, but upgrades, things that were going on. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some upgrades coming. That'll be some videos that you'll be seeing coming up too. We got some upgrades coming to the facility. Some of those things are, if any of you are ordering upgrades for your facilities, you know that the lead times right now can be 20 to 24 weeks. So we'll
talk
see.
to you in July.
We'll see when those upgrades come, but they are on order. We've got something on order that's actually finally shipped. We've got something that I just put in the custom order for. We've got another thing coming that I'm probably going to order to hopefully get here in July.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Yeah, we got confused all these things, upgrades we got coming. So anyway.
You just say things.
Upgrades are coming. More upgrades, more animals, more babies. Upgrade's going to find me. If you know that movie reference, put it in the comments below. Upgrade's going to find me. Who knows that movie reference? Upgrade with two D's
for his double dose.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See,
Flip it out.
Holly, I'm going to leave it in there. Look at her. Potty
I
mouth.
knew that movie very well.
Anyway, if you know the movie reference, put it down in the comments. And this video is way too long now. So, all right, everybody, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. We appreciate all of you, especially all of you who've recently purchased from us. There's been a lot of you, and we really, really, really appreciate that. And we will be getting your animals out as soon as it's not snowing, because as Holly mentioned, it has been, and it's supposed
to snow this Sunday again,
this weekend
into
again, too.
Monday night,
I think
Tuesday,
Monday
and
morning,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's freezing.
So, listen, we'll get your animals out as soon as it's warm. Don't worry. And they're well taken care of until they get to you. So
maybe the next upgrades we move to Florida, and then we don't have to.
no, it's too hot in Florida. I'm not living in Florida. To all of you who live in Florida, more power to you. But it's too hot there. I would die. Summers are awful. Anyway,
I can't
all
stand
right.
the heat.
Anything else, Holly?
No, that's it.
All right. Talk to you next week, everybody.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye.